The Heat, the longest active win streak in the NBA belongs to, yep, you heard that correctly, the Miami Heat.
Really?
Many had chalked this season up as a lost year for the Heat, but they're now just 3 games out of the 8th spot in the East. Is it time to credit the Heat president, Pat Riley, for the culture he's created? Is the Eric Spoelstra, is this good for Riley's brand, by the way, when he's recruiting with free agents this summer?
I can't tell how many times Pat Riley's talked to me about his brand.
His brand?
He's always talking about his brand. But, you know, this is good for Eric Spoelstra. But, you know, the Heat, I will say this, Mickey Arison tweeted something in the last few days where he answered, I think, the kind of concept that the Heat needed to tank. What he's saying here is, we always play to win. That's code for, we're not tanking this season. So I think that that has value with your fan base, that has value with your players that you're trying to go through, and certainly it just shows how good of a coach Eric Spoelstra is. But I actually think it's a mistake. I think they should be tanking.
Well, they're playing better, there's no question about that, but that's it. They're not going to win the East, you know, even though they're fighting for the 8th spot, they're playing good, but there's nothing to talk about.
Especially, the Heat got dealt a pretty big blow this year.
Right, with Chris Bosh, obviously.
Well, Chris Bosh is terrible. That's now a year old almost. But the new CBA is going to make it extremely difficult for the Heat to build the way they have. Players are not going to be able to move in free agency like they have in past. They're not going to necessarily be able to count on getting an Alonzo Mourning.
Not that they're going to not be able to. They're not going to want to. Let's be clear about that.
Star free agency got a lot more challenging with the new CBA.
Right.
And that cut off an avenue that the Heat were planning to use.
I mean, Stephen, do you think they should have been tanking? Because if they do end up maybe getting the 8th or maybe ending up in 10th, as opposed to them could have been with a top draft pick.
I don't think, I'm never for tanking.
Okay.
It disrespects the game, it disrespects the fans, and it says a lot about the guys you have on your team.
Maybe it's karma. Maybe they'll jump up in the lottery because they didn't tank.
There you go. We got to take a quick break, but first, here's our distant replay from this date in 2006. My guys Marv Albert and Steve Kerr on the call. Take a listen.
Challenged O'Neal, thought he was fouled. Henderson is swept by he's hit by Pavlovich.
Listen, Sasha Pavlovich, why would you do it to Sasha? I was there for this, man.
Oh, man, look at that.
This poor Sasha Pavlovich, is all I'm going to say. Sasha was just minding his own business, which is how he usually plays defense.
That's his basketball style overall.
Shout out to Alan Henderson.
Shaq's reaction.